Hey, welcome to the Thrift Shop. Today we have the Hivi 3.1. Hey, if you're new to this channel, greatly appreciate you stopping in. I always try to bring you values. These are an amazing value if you can put stuff together. DIY, that's right. This is a DIY Hivi, aka Swans 3.1 speaker. You can find it on Amazon. Delivered to your house for $329, and I'm telling you, you're probably getting $1,000 to $1,500 speaker here that you have to put together. You can choose your finish, or you can go with the wrap in the box, but we'll get to that later. We got to talk about building these. So first off, yeah, you get a flat pack. I don't know if I have pictures of kind of the unboxing. If I do, I'll try to throw them in there, but yeah, you get quite a large box, you get a lot of pieces. They say it's MDF. I doubt it's MDF. It's more like pressed particle board, if that makes sense. You know, like kind of like what pegboards are made from. So yeah, the experience was, for me building these was not great. Now, these are unique in the fact that every edge is cut at a 45 degrees, so everything is faceted 45, and try to get that in a clamping system can be a problem if you don't have enough clamps. I did not have a problem. I have enough clamps. That was easy done, gluing them up. You know, took me 2 days. I did one per day. They were all done. Highly suggest that you use more clamps than you think. Get prepared and just do one at a time. Everything will go great. That's where the fun ends. So I decided I'm not going to use the wrap, and the included wrap is it looks kind of crappy, honestly, when you get it in your hand. I'm sure some of you finish it and it's fine. You can live with it. I wanted to go all out with these, so this is an automotive salsa red, pretty high-end paint. And yeah, it didn't come out perfect. I'm happy with the result, but I wanted it better. But we're going to talk about that here. So the problem that I had with this is that the actual, I'll try to sort of pop up some pictures along the way here. That way you're just not looking at a pair of speakers the whole time. And, you know, maybe I'll go back to talking head videos again. But at least you can see my hands here. Because of the 45 degree facets on all the edges, basically when you start applying paint, be it primer or whatever, all of these pressed layers trying to expand like a mushroom. So everything just mushroomed out. And you can see here, the edges are not perfect. You know, these are all routed, but the edges are still a little bit rough. You can see there. And I decided not to go and, you know, wet sand and polish these out, because I actually kind of like the orange peel. That way there's not so many reflections coming off of these that you get. You can see there's a little pinhole right there. Again, they're not perfect, but you can see the problem that happens when you start to apply, you know, paints to this. It just expands. And I swear I kept sanding. I must have put 8 layers of primer paint, trying different things just to get that filled in. I probably should just use Bondo, quite honestly, at the end of the day. And would have been probably happier, but I didn't realize that going in, that was going to be so much of a problem. So past that, you know, I'll add some more pictures in. I did decide to go with a Perfectionist crossover upgrade. So somewhere in the Midwest audio group, you know, there's been a lot of people over the years that have played with these speakers and tuned them in, so I just picked that one. It was easy to find. Had the parts, went to Parts Express. This was about a year ago, so it wasn't the easiest to get parts for this crossover at all. And yeah, it was kind of a pain, but I did, you know, I upgraded everything I could to the highest end parts that Dayton had in stock. So, you know, I tried not the highest, no, let me take that back, not the highest end Dayton audio capacitors. I didn't go into the Jansons or, you know, anything special like that. Still want to keep this budget. I went with Mills resistors and, you know, everything that I could, larger, you know, better high quality inductors. all the better parts I could get for, I think it was around 45 bucks, all included for the upgraded for both crossovers, 45 bucks. And well, let's talk about how they sound. So first setting these in, again, you know, you have to go back and watch one of my videos, you know, maybe I'll try to link it up here. You know, my Zoo Audio Omen speakers are my reference, main system, not reference. Reference for me means a little bit different. Reference means something that everyday people like you, whoever's watching have. And then I have my main system, which is where I put in the higher end stuff. And, you know, levels of higher end, that means different things to different people. But for this is my kind of, my lovely system, right? My main system. And I didn't put these in my reference system because I really wanted to hear these. I was proud of my work. I was proud of finishing these. So I wanted to see how they sounded. And, you know, compared to the Zoos, they sound a little bit flat. But, you know, with any kind of audio, you have to let your mind kind of reset. And after a while, I fell in love with these. And I'll tell you why. So first, we're going to come up here and take a closer look at the drivers. So hopefully you can see that. So they claim this is some kind of ribbon tweeter. It looks more like an AMT tweeter here. That's a 2-inch dome mid-range, which is kind of unique, old school, in fact. And you can see how they're aligned close together to get the time alignment dialed in. And then here, get this down. Yeah, we have a 6.5 Kevlar woofer, and it's just not any woofer. It has a phase plug, so you can see it doesn't move like a normal speaker. And my Zoo Audios actually have a phase plug. That's one of the things that got me kind of excited at these. We'll take a quick tour over here. So rear ports, I believe these do dip down to about 4 ohms. But looking at some of the measurements that I've seen out there, I would say the average is actually probably, you know, 8 or 9. But it does dip down low. Not to be concerned, because a lot of speakers do that. You can buy wire it. It is a pretty cheap, about the only thing that I feel is cheap on this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these binding posts. They're nice metal. But hey, it is what it is. It's what you get. And yeah, so going back to the sound of these, yeah, I put these through their paces. I've had them for a year. This is long overdue. I'm not really fast with doing reviews. You know, this is a hobby. This is fun for me. So yeah, these have been living in my system for an entire year. I have pushed these to unimaginable levels, and my God, they just perform. They don't break up. I've given these things everything that they got. Now, I believe they don't list the sensitivity anywhere, but I believe someone measured it and it's around like 87, 88. So not the hardest, not the easiest thing to drive, pretty fair. They do weigh about, I would say 20, 25 pounds. So they're not cheap, light speakers. And I gotta say that the perfectionist tune on this, whoever that did, kudos, because this thing's over time just really have become something that I cannot get rid of. Now, why did I go with Hivi? Everyone in the whole audio world is talking about GR research. They're talking about CSS. And for me, this is the only DIY speaker that hasn't gone up in price. You know, GR research, the prices have gone up. I mean, it's going to cost you $700-800 bucks. The same thing with CSS. You're talking, you know, $800 to $1,200 to build DIY speakers. And I think at that price, no. And the reason being is not that I don't think that they're worth it. I think that they probably are worth it. The resale value, that's what's hard. You're getting someone's crappy work. You don't know what's in there, right? I know I cannot sell these because someone's going to say, you know, you're going to give me $100 bucks for a $300 speaker, right? And, you know, there's more value. You build it. You're proud of your work. So, yeah, you know, I just you know, when it comes down to it, you know, I could build a custom speaker. I am going to start doing more builds on this channel because, yeah, you know, I think, you know, I do like woodworking. Showing that part of the process, I think, is fun. I'm going to try to do some open baffle speakers and see where that goes. But yeah, I do appreciate you stopping in, checking out my channel. This is a great value, still is a great value in 2023. Highly recommend that, you know, you get crazy and build something and, you know, do what you want. So, hey, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications, do whatever you can, help out the channel. I'm a small guy trying to grow, and it costs you nothing at all to hit the buttons. And if you don't like my content that's coming out, just don't watch it. That's fine. But help out the channel. Appreciate it. Thank you.